Yo, people, and welcome to another episode of Through a Different Lens podcast. I am your co-host, Joseph, as Jacob called me last week.
I'm Dej.
And I'm Jacob. Well, Carolina Raven or Carolina Jackson for others.
Me, I'll call you Jake. That was Dej. I'll call you Jake, mate.
Carolina Jackson.
What are you man saying, though? You look good?
Yeah, man. All
Yeah,
okay,
man,
all
I'm
okay.
good, bro. What are you saying?
I mean, yeah, Dej, do you know, would you believe it, yeah? Out of all three of us, Jacob seems the only one that won.
Bro.
I couldn't believe it myself. Because when I saw the scoreline early in the game, I said, oh boy.
Bro, I think obviously because I picked the Panthers last week, I was backing them hard. Bro, I was locked into that game. I was like, come on, Bryce, come on. And then, yeah.
You see, once we were down, I said, yeah, there's no chance. Then I was like, hold on, what?
Yeah.
We're back in the game. We're really back in the game. Because Darren Waller right now for the is like the revelation for the Dolphins.
The Dolphins confused me because second half, they did not use him at all.
It doesn't make sense.
I was like, bro, he's got like 70, 80 yards in the first half. And second half, I don't think he finished with a target. I remember the commentator saying it at a certain point late in the game. And I was like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like, the Panthers couldn't handle him.
This is the thing. I was just thinking they're going to carry on targeting him and just carry on kind of game planning for what he was doing. It kind of led off from last week's game. He had two touchdowns last week, come into this game, another touchdown early. So you're thinking, okay, you're going to continue that and we're just going to probably get blown out like we have been.
Yeah.
So that's what my assumption was. But as they stopped using him, I said, okay, well, if you don't want to use your one target that you have.
Obviously, Jalen Waddle was good that game as well, to be fair.
But you get what I mean.
Yeah.
The one person that's come in and really sparked their offense, really.
Yeah. Especially with Tyreek's injury as well.
Mm-hmm. If you don't want to use him, I'm happy.
But on Darren Waller, like, were you lot surprised at how well he was, considering obviously how well he played, considering he retired, etc. Or like, was it just, yeah, all right?
I think he was always decent anyway.
Oh, yeah,
even though he retired, I didn't think he retired because physically he couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I just think you just were in the right state of mind to continue. And now, sunshine in Miami, listen, hit different.
It does. I also think that because he was on the Giants, what are we playing for? Do you get what I mean?
True.
I actually watched the interview that he had, and he said he's back in the right mental space, and he's back focused on the game of football and what he wants to do. So I feel like, yeah, Miami is a great move for him, and he was always, as Dej said, a good football player.
Mate, so, there was a point he was a top 3 tight end.
Exactly. So I don't think you just lose that. I think it's just a case of getting the reps back in and being mentally ready to play. And as you said, Miami can change a lot of things, especially from that New York Giants team he was on to now.
I mean, just
a 180.
Just the living and financial situation.
And I'm sure, did he not, I don't know, personally, did he not have a divorce or a relationship?
Yes, with
wasn't that when he was at the Raiders though?
Kelsey Plum. I think it might have I think they got married when he was at the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. And then I don't know if they're divorced yet, but I think the separation happened as a Giant, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So
but like even the way he's played since he's come back, it just made me think, because obviously he probably came in on, I don't know what his contract is, I'll check in a minute, but on a He
got traded, didn't it? So same contract probably from the Giants days.
But
the Giants traded him.
Would he still be on that contract even though he retired?
I think they still hold the rights to it, so I don't know how it works. But you know how, like, when Gronk got traded from the Patriots to the Buccaneers when he retired, I don't know. I feel like the money.
You feel like there will be some sort of compensation?
I just feel like the contract still exists.
So apparently on Sports Illustrated, when he signed in July, he's on a reportedly $2 million deal with $3 million incentives.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, immediately then, obviously his last contract was the 3-year, $51 million. But it then made me think, like, if if he's just playing to be playing and happy, fair, he'll likely stay at Miami. But if he continues the way he's left off from, what do you think a team can think, especially a contending team? Yo, let's bring him in and just they could easily just
plug and play.
times his money by 5 because he can still, if he's still good to sustain how he started being in Miami, he's still good enough to break into top 10, maybe top 5 of tight ends, especially with Kelsey going down, Mark Andrews not being the same, and him just looking like he's continued where he left off from. It's just like, yo, a contender. I just started thinking, the Chiefs, maybe think about if he's playing to win, do you know what I mean? But
would you say this year it makes sense, or would you say after this season? Or
no,
would you say
after the season, like in terms of teams, either contending teams really going for him, or a team giving him a really good contract, more than obviously what he's on now. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean he's putting the good things on tape, innit? So as much as it is an opportunity for him, it's an opportunity for the other teams to see, okay, maybe they can get him.
Yeah, right now he's 33, sorry. But yeah.
But you know, that year out has taken, he obviously didn't have early on suspensions as well. Or he's a late comer into the NFL. So I feel like he's not the 30, his age isn't determinant on how many years he's played in the NFL.
Yeah. It's a bit
he's
different.
Retired for a piece of time. He's got some form of freshness to him.
Yeah, so he came in the league. Starting season was 2015. Didn't play that much games. 2016 played 2/3 of games, but wasn't a starter. 2017 was fully suspended. 2018 only 4 games, but wasn't a starter. And then 2019 is when he played every single game for the Raiders. And then 2020, those were his 2 top years. So yeah,
he's
30 or 29. Basically.
Not even that, Dej. He retired last year as well. So that's another year out.
Yeah.
So
he skipped out
he's 27.
He skipped 24 season out.
Yeah. So he kind of missed 4, if calculated, probably 4 years.
He's altogether games played. He's played 87, but he's only started 63.
Oh. Okay. So he's really just played a couple of seasons then.
Yeah.
3-4 seasons.
Yeah, his path has been different, man.
Because he's only 2 fully healthy seasons were the 2 years that he put up over 1,000 yards with the Raiders. But other seasons, started 12, only played. Played 12, only started 3. Played 11, started 11, and then his final year, the year with the Giants, played 12, started 11. Other than that, everything has been single figures. So he's only had 5 seasons.
He can be used. A team will need him. A team, and I think if I know he's been a Raven before, but say they get rid of Mark Andrews, because I think I don't know, they seem like they're blowing up their team right now. I don't know. But say they get rid of Mark Andrews, maybe next year you come in and be that person. I know they got Isaiah Likely and Kohler there,
but that's the thing. Likely can become the tight end 1, obviously, if Andrews was to leave. And then Darren Waller can, like you said, he's been there, innit? And it seems like an organization where there's not, say, the whole misfits aspect. The Ravens are really well run. You've got serious quarterback, serious run. You got, do you know what I mean? The whole,
the Bills could use him. I'm not going to lie.
Do you know what? If they fully make Kincaid 1 and usher out Knox.
Usher out him.
But obviously, again, it's if he wants to go to a contending team, that's where the technical pressure is. He might be just playing just free football right now. So I think it just kind of depends on him, to be honest. Bless you. But yes, shout out your Panthers for pulling off that comeback, because I was really scared for Bryce in that first half, and then
we did it. We did a madness, but one more win on the board.
I mean, Rico Dowdle, sorry, over 200 yards rushing.
I think the rushing attack was kind of what was the key, and I think that was the key this weekend for a lot of performances I've seen, especially from the teams that weren't meant to win, which happened quite a bit this weekend. It feels like
this weekend there was a lot of comeback.
My tally was low, man.
Yeah, yeah. But with this set of games, we'll start off with the Thursday night game. The 49ers winning a shock win on paper because how depleted they were at
Right.
LA. Mac Jones,
Mm-hmm.
he might be entering that, say, Sam Darnold kind of vibe. Obviously, he's not a starter, that's the only thing, but where they're resurrecting themselves and then could become an actual franchise quarterback, starting quarterback.
Mm.
I mean, he's got a fair shot at San Francisco, so I think
Well,
you should go for it.
Do you think he
well,
can? On
I
that,
don't think so. I think Purdy's better than him though.
yeah, but he can't push
But he
Purdy
had a
out the
good
way.
game.
You don't think you can push Purdy out the way, do you?
No. I just wanted to create a headline.
Yeah, no, because in my head, I was thinking like I just think now seeing Mac Jones in the system, that the Shanahan system is what's winning games.
bro,
Oh,
that is real.
You need a game manager, man. That's what
yeah,
it's for. It's game managers,
it's the
man.
Shanahan system. It's not the quarterback at this point, because he can turn any quarterback, it seemed like, into a good one. He took Jimmy Garoppolo to the Super Bowl. He's taken Brock Purdy to the Super Bowl. Mac Jones is playing out of his mind. We know Mac Jones has got talent, but we haven't seen this from him. Do you get what I mean?
It's funny though,
Um,
Shanahan wanted to draft Mac Jones.
And he probably should have.
Yeah.
He probably should have, but seeing that you could take someone like Purdy to where he is now and being one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league, you can take anyone there. So,
Yeah, as long as he's there.
my only thing, what I was looking at when I was watching the game, if you give Shanahan one of these top tier quarterbacks, the
Bro,
Lamar, the Burrow, the Mahomes, the Josh Allens of the world, yeah, let's throw Baker in there as well. If you give him one of them, he could really just every year probably be in the Super Bowl, because he's been in the Super Bowl with.
he might not lose a game. By the way,
This-
be careful saying Baker. Certain peeps, they might, be
Nah,
in
bro,
the night.
hey, bro, come on, man. It's calm. It's calm. Man. It's cool, man.
No,
No,
I
but
think that
Baker's my guy too, you know.
on that, I don't know why I thought of Lamar at the time, but I was just like, imagine Lamar was with Shanahan. Bro, I think
He
he'd
would
be
have
the
won one
best
at least.
quarterback of all time, bruv.
they'd win everything.
Because
He wouldn't even
obviously
have to run that
Shanahan will pull up those kind of plays for his style as well. It's just like that coaching performance and the execution from the 49ers was incredible. Like, I was actually in awe of how good they were, given how much absentees they had and playing a very good team in the Rams. Like,
Very good game. Very, very good game.
but yeah, that was a big win. LA, they made quite a few mistakes. Even McVay on the last play of the game, he even admitted that he shouldn't have ran the ball as well. So it's good to see, because he, like a coach, knows their their ways in that sense. But yes, no, that was a good game. Let me see what game to touch up on. Do you know what? I'm gonna do the Browns Vikings because Dillon Gabriel had his first start. What did you guys think of that? Like, his performance? Arguably, the Browns maybe should have won that game. And it was one of our London games.
It was.
To be fair, I think I think his performance wasn't that bad, you know, considering the circumstances he was up against. Because they always say that traveling away and traveling abroad to do a game isn't easy. And for him to do it as his first start, you know, you got to give him credit for doing so. I think he had these 3 quarters were good, like good enough, like. And last quarter, he just fell off a little bit. But I wouldn't say he played out of his skin. I wouldn't say he played rubbish either.
Yeah, I'd say he passed the test. You know what I mean? You get a, A, B, C. You get a C, you pass.
You get a C, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you got a C for the performance, because he wasn't asked to do anything spectacular.
Yeah,
He didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah,
he threw for 2 touchdowns. He had his team he didn't have his team. I've said the defense had them in a position to win the game, but it also had them in a position to lose the game as well.
Yeah.
So he had the ball in his hands to win the game, essentially. So I think cleaning up on obviously that side of things. He didn't really throw the ball over 10 yards much.
Yeah,
Nah, it was just a ticking. Keep it ticking,
Yeah,
keep it moving,
so
keep it moving. Out the hands
Judkins,
straight away.
yeah, Judkins was their main kind of
yeah,
force. He kind of took them where they needed to be, and I feel like that created helped Dillon Gabriel a lot for space.
yeah. No, it's fair. And again, on just elaborating on your point there, the team that they were facing and the DC, you're playing a Brian Flores defense, and he didn't really look, even though he didn't complete a lot of third downs, he didn't look super flustered for like first game playing that kind of defense and defensive coordinator. So it's one to build on. Obviously, he's the full on starter with Flacco being traded to the Bengals. But it also might mean Shador might get a chance as well, like a legitimate chance to have NFL game time this season. So
that's hopefully.
I think that if, let's say, because I think they got 4 games or 5 games before their bye week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Dillon Gabriel goes, I don't know, he wins 2 games, 3 games, I don't think Shador's going to see that field until after the bye week.
No, I agree with you. I don't think
But let's say he loses these 4 games. I think they should just use that bye week to say, listen, Shador, we're going to give you 2 weeks to get yourself up to speed with the ones and just see what you can do.
I agree.
Right.
Do you know what's funny enough? I've been looking more into bloody Cleveland media this offseason than any other media because I actually like Shador Sanders. So I've been following kind of what's been going on. And I don't know if he's been given a fair shot at all throughout this whole training camp process, throughout anything.
He hasn't.
So when now I feel like, okay, they've traded Flacco, but have they traded Flacco because Deshaun Watson is coming back to fitness?
Someone made a good point on that when I was going through comments on Twitter. They were like,
they still got Deshaun. Yeah, they still got him.
Maybe the Browns aren't announcing it, but Deshaun's maybe closer to fitness than yeah.
And Deshaun Watson's paid something like 40-something million a year. We know how the NFL works. Whoever has paid the most money has to see the field at some point.
Trust me.
So what are you going to do? Like, Dillon Gabriel should start today, but then in my mind, how the Browns are treating Shador already, they could push Deshaun Watson back on the field before they push Shador on, because Shador, at the end of the day, is a 5th-round pick. It's not what it's meant to be, but he is touted as a 5th-round pick. I don't know if Kevin Stefanski likes him in this offense either.
You can tell he's not his guy, though.
Yeah, but I'm not saying Kevin Stefanski right now is even a good head coach. He was once, but he's also had good quarterbacks that we've seen have gone on to be good.
2 years ago, he won Coach of the Season.
Good point.
He did with Joe Flacco as well. But I feel like that's when the offense was pushing the ball down the field.
Well, to be fair, Flacco just come and just fling the ball, and it probably caught teams off guard.
100%.
They weren't expecting it, Joe.
Real talk. There's more film. When teams knew he was gonna be the starter this summer, it's like, yo,
he's gonna
get me. But that season they still did bits, like, because Deshaun's play weren't the best either.
Nope.
And they were still winning games, isn't it? So
defense, though, they have the best defense they have one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL.
Look who they got.
But again, Stefanski, I think he's a good coach. I don't feel like they've got that good offensive players either. Like,
You're right. I don't. They've got Njoku, Judy. We've said he's probably a wide receiver 3 at the end of the day.
Like a 2 at best, not even in a disrespectful way, but yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember who they are. They're the Browns as well, so.
Yeah, but that don't stop them. They used that. At one point, they had Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. there, and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but they didn't do crazy stuff. Did they won one playoff game?
Stefanski was their head coach.
Yeah,
Baker helped change that franchise for a bit, though.
No, he did.
But it'll be interesting to see how Dillon Gabriel has. Yeah, Dad, you were basically near enough correct. I think they've got 3 games and then their bye week. So they got the Steelers, Dolphins, and Patriots. Then the bye week, and then the Jets.
They can easily go 3-0.
No, they can't.
0-3. Sorry. Let's switch it around.
I mean, Steelers
Switch.
divisional game, that division,
Yeah, the divisional games you never know.
especially AFC North, I won't confidently say this team is beating this team because that
Correct.
division,
Correct.
that division is fake. But they could beat the Dolphins if they have
100%.
competent quarterback play, and then
100%.
Patriots. If they get the Patriots that you lot received, then they're not winning. You get me? So, like, there's an opportunity for Dillon Gabriel to get some W's there.
Yeah, it's not the most difficult. Last year, I'd say it'd be easier to get W's. The Patriots look good. The Dolphins are fighting for their lives, even though they're bad. And the Steelers, hey,
they're leading that division 3-1.
hey, it's just they're winning the division right now. I don't know, but hey,
one of the teams that lost their losing record, they're Eagles against the Broncos. They're just sweating there. But yeah,
I could say the same for you, mate.
no, we didn't have a winning record, bro.
Oh, all I heard was lose. All I heard was lose.
That's a man that's hot in that Bill City, bro.
Bro, I'm good, man. I
was even wondering that.
Divisional game.
Yeah, the Broncos pulling off that comeback win in Philly. Thoughts on the defending champs losing the way they did and just their offensive play in general?
I mean, it's going to make people scream even louder at certain receivers. But some footage was shown that, certain receivers didn't put in the extra drive to get to where they need to go.
Complete
Are
their
you
route.
blaming AJ Brown for that?
On that play, yeah. Or just on that play.
Really? For that play? I think he's
Yeah.
wide open twice, and then he looks and the ball's not there yet. So he's like, bro, what am I doing? And then he starts... Then he looks back and he starts running and goes,
if he didn't jog...
That's why I won't say answer.
If he didn't jog, he would have caught that.
Yeah, but I just think like he's expecting the ball once, then he expects it again, and when it doesn't come, he looks, and then he goes, oh, it's here now.
I think he said that in his post-match also, but I just felt like if he just continued running at his speed, he would have caught that. Or
that's hindsight, though.
To catch it. It weren't dead. You weren't that far ahead. Like
I know he went that far ahead.
I'm not gonna say he quit, but he stopped. He stopped his route there, bro. He stopped his route. But the flip side to that is, even like today, I was just thinking, I was like, now people shouldn't try and use that one moment against him as if it's been a continuous thing. Like all players have I don't mind a player having one misstep, do you know what I mean, or whatever. It just obviously goes in line with him not being happy. And he's right to not be happy because obviously, one, it's the position that they pay. But when people go on this, but Philly are winning, bro, don't pay me like one of the best in my position and don't utilize me. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's post ring talk though.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
It's not the one that Smith something. The one that Smith has said something as well now.
Yeah, but I think
his post ring talk, bro.
No, with Smith's one, Smith was actually backing up Hurts, but I think his comment kind of got misconstrued. Then obviously he said after on Monday that AJ Smith, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts had like a meeting about their offense and stuff like that. But yeah. I mean, it's on the play calling as well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Saquon's nowhere near he was as the player last season, but you've then got you still got a top 2, top 3 duo at wide receiver.
And I think people are gearing up to stop the run anyway. They should have known that coming into the season. Like we saw the year that Saquon had last year.
That's the number one priority, isn't it?
Yeah, let's stop the run like the Chiefs did in the Super Bowl, and let's see if Jalen Hurts can beat us with his arm. That's kind of what people are saying you're up to do, but you're not. You're still trying to do stuff the opposite way. But I think the loss was bound to happen. There was too much travel in paradise. Like everyone complaining, the whole media frenzy covering the fact that they're not passing the ball, but they're winning games. At the end of the day, they're winning games. If no one cared too much and just carried on winning games, you would stay to what you're doing. But I don't know if they have an identity right now. I don't know if the Eagles have one.
With Dej, like even though over the last couple of weeks I was kind of saying, they're basically giving us last season's Chiefs vibes. and stuff like that. The flip side to it was when you see their stats, even though they're winning games, they're literally last in like bottom 3, bottom 5 in every offensive stat or most offensive stats, bar the win column. Like, it was crazy. And I just thought, yeah, now it's kind of giving off the vibes of how they were 2 seasons ago as well, when they were basically 10-2, but people weren't impressed with them and stuff like that. And then it
They were
kind
10
of,
that year, remember? They were 10-0 and just started losing games, and you could see it going into the playoffs, how
yeah.
it gonna. And I feel like I felt like that from the start of the season is gonna be the same sort of thing we see now. So,
Fair.
hey, the Chiefs.
I mean, because they're champs, I give them black. Do you know what I mean? Because last season they started 2-2 and they basically went on their incredible run in it. So, but it's just like you said, this season teams have actually stopped Saquon. What he was averaging 125 last season. I think this season he's only averaging 53 or some jazz.
Yeah. And they're trying to get more involved in the passing game than in the running game. So you can now see it's like, okay, well, this ain't working. Let's change this. And new offensive coordinator.
They're adding too much sauce, man.
All right, on that game though, before we move on, do you lot think the Broncos can make noise in the AFC in general?
I mean, I've got them going to the playoffs anyway, so
You got 3 teams from that division going to the playoffs.
yeah.
At this point, that's the division that's taken 3 teams probably. Or, that's the division taking 3 teams.
Because that's the one the Steelers were in, isn't it?
No,
that's Chiefs Chargers.
Oh, yeah, it was 3 of them. What 3 of them?
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders. But yeah, that
Broncos. I don't know. I still don't believe.
But again, they're another team that, as long as Bo Nix doesn't turn the ball over, they've arguably got the best pass rush in the NFL and a top 3, top 5 defense.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Bucks, what a game. What a game. 2 quarterbacks that basically, when we're talking about those that are kind of changing their lives around, Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, what a performance from both of them. Hell of a game from both teams. Yeah. Do we think, one, the Bucks are real contenders in the NFC, and whether the Seahawks can actually make proper noise? Because Jacob, was it you that had the Seahawks making the playoffs?
Yeah, they were my sleeper. I said, don't sleep on the Seahawks because I like their receiving core at the start of the season. And, I saw Sam Darnold doing well last year. I feel like he could carry that over, obviously, with the head coach moving from the Ravens to being the Seahawks head coach. I think they were definitely going to have a good defense as well. So,
well, he was the Ravens defensive coordinator, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I said they're going to have a defense there as well. So they're going to make some noise. And yeah, they proved it. Obviously, as you know, in NFL, one mistake can kill you. That's kind of what killed them. Sam Darnold had the ball in his hands to win the game and kind of threw the ball into Baker's hands to win the game.
Yeah.
But a great game overall, to be fair. Offensively, not defensively, offensively, the quarterbacks really showed up and showed out. Enjoyed the performance from both. And I feel like both teams are actually sly contenders because it feels like it's a weird year in the NFL. It feels like someone that's not meant to win is probably going to win.
Yeah.
Someone that's not meant to win the MVP is going to win the MVP. So it's all up for grabs this year. And Baker's playing sensational. Game-winning drives, just don't put him in that position because he's probably going to win the game.
Sorry, Jacob, can you say that again? That sentence again, please. Sorry.
You can't put these game-winning drive situations right now. He's the most clutch. He's been showing it.
Right.
And, he proves it each week. And yes, I'm done.
Dej, what do you think of what Jacob just said there?
Yeah, but if I piggyback off of what he said, to refer back to what I said initially, it was the "what have you done for me lately?" That's what man was classing it on. And obviously, my guy ain't done that lately. So,
sorry, Dej.
Baker is the most clutch
our
right now.
viewers and listeners that are currently taking this particular part in, you didn't answer my question. What do you think of what Jacob just said?
I answered it, bro.
No, because you're talking about something a couple of weeks ago. So the ones that weren't able to...
I said, at the end, I said he is the most clutch. Right now.
He is right now.
Week 5.
Right now he is. And he's doing it with a depleted team as well.
Yeah.
So
He
that's
is.
why I feel like the Bucks will be good, but not good. I think they're contenders because they have not got their full strength team here yet.
They've
So
been
when their
injured
full
all
strength,
season.
when the full strength team arrives back and Baker's got all his targets and their defense is fully fit and healthy and ready to go, they're going to be something to contend with in the NFC because
Bro,
the NFC is wide open as well.
Egbuka is scary how good he is already.
Rookie of the year, man.
Bro,
Exactly.
he's an absolute joke. But yeah, the Bucks, they're a serious team. They're a very serious team. And again, the Seahawks, bro, JSN, he's so good. So good. But yeah, Darnold, I think it's fair to say Darnold solidified himself now as a proper starting quarterback or even franchise quarterback there. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, another great game. Just that one mistake. Obviously, it happens in those moments. You don't want it to, but yeah, like the Seahawks, I don't think a lot of teams will be looking forward to playing them.
Nope.
So
They're going to be a tough customer.
Well, I think coach is a key in the NFL because if you look at if you just look at these two quarterbacks, for instance, they're both for the Panthers at the same time.
yeah,
They're both for the Panthers. One of them was at the Browns. Do you get what I mean? They've kind of made their way around the league and found where they're good, but coaching matters. Wherever they've been and they've had good coaches, you've seen them strive and improve. Whereas what you're seeing now from them is pure nonsense. Well, no. What you were seeing from them back then was pure nonsense just because not they were bad players, but the coaching around them wasn't good. There was no development program. So I feel like coaching is such a key thing in the NFL. And we've seen that probably in the last few weeks of all the injury-ridden teams. You can see the ones that are well coached and the ones that aren't so well coached, and whose quarterbacks are saving them or whose quarterbacks aren't saving them because they just can't.
I've been having a thought lately, yeah. And I don't know if this is controversial or not. So you guys are my measuring stick here, yeah. So the same way they have NFL rankings for the best offense, best defense, shouldn't they have an NFL ranking for the best coach or the best QB coach or the best developer of a player or something like that anyway? Shouldn't they be the same? And shouldn't that ranking be made public?
100%. I think people should call out coaches as much as they're calling out players right now, especially. Because you see what's going on in the NFL. I feel like you can see that Shanahan and McVay and O'Connell and even Liam Cohen right now, like people like that, I might be missing out some names, no disrespect, are up there with the best coaches in the NFL. Whereas you can see people like, no disrespect to John Harbaugh with Zach Ora and the Ravens franchise right now. Is it a well coached team? No. Has it been a well coached team? Do we even know that? Probably not, because you lose coordinators. Your defensive coordinators now the Seahawks. Well coached team, winning games. You get what I mean? It's now just you with other people, and what we're seeing.
Do you know what I think it is? I think he might have been aura farming, you know.
who?
Harbour. He might have been aura farming. Because for the Texans to give you BTA, yeah, like that, fair enough, your guys are out, yeah, but gotta hold it down a little bit.
Yeah, it was bad.
You'll have some fight.
It was bad.
And you're basically saying that you can only do this, you can only win when all your guys
I mean,
But-
they
are
basically
in at their very best.
they might have helped take CJ Stroud out of his slump.
Yeah, there might have been the spark to it, but I think what helps the Ravens as well, that won't make them add that spark to CJ is that, okay, he done it to that team in that kind of way. But anyway, a win's a win.
Yeah.
And in that fashion.
A win's a win. They only got, 12 games left?
Yep. You can't take it for granted. Everyone's
Bro, time to move.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, both Harbaugh brothers lost. The Commanders dealt with the Jags, but the Chargers, sorry, for them to only score 10 points at a home game. And the Commanders' defense isn't wow like that. So,
It's got names from the past.
yeah. But hey, Jaden Daniels, he's back.
He is a good quarterback. Will put you over the edge. We know that for sure. But the Chargers haven't looked the same since obviously they got injuries, but they haven't looked the same since like week 3.
Even then, that was a tough game against the Broncos, and they got to Herbert. It's just the special play he made, the throw in the, who was it to? Was it to Keenan Allen, the touchdown?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and people are saying it's like the best player of this season. But like even that game, so you could just arguably say his great games have been the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, see, and that's come on.
Yeah.
Everyone's still in preseason mode sometimes.
We need that consistency now. That's what we need from him. We need that consistency from Herbert.
Definitely. But it's
Because
sad to see.
It's time to stake a claim at being one of the best.
My only thing with it is a lot of quarterbacks are paid like they're the best anyway. So what do you do? Like a load of them that probably aren't worth the money they're getting paid are paid like it. So you can't just cut them. Well, you can, but then, they've got so much guaranteed money that, well, I'll go and find another job. You get what I mean? So it's kind of, what do you do if they don't perform? There's not that many game changes on the planet Earth, the quarterback position.
Yeah, but I think this will go back to how you want to live and how you want to go out and how you want to be remembered. Because, yeah, you'll get paid here, but do you want to be that guy that, okay, you're just on the Chargers and you got paid, so you don't want to push on?
No,
he
he wants to be the man, but
them game changers.
There's
makers.
There's not that many in the NFL, Dej. I feel like this year is the year for someone. So Justin Herbert, if you get back to the first 2 games performances and you can push over the edge and you can keep playing how you were playing in the first 2, this is a year for someone else to win MVP, someone else to win the NFL.
Baker's there.
Yeah, so it's just an opportunistic year. So someone needs to take advantage of it. You can see the ones that are and the ones that currently are.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is doing something.
Hey, mate. Daniel Jones. He's another one of those quarterbacks that give it by the end of the season, he could change his trajectory into being a starting franchise quarterback again. So, coaching in the NFL matters so much, bruv. Like, any quarterback, in fact, any quarterback coming into the league, you just want them to go to an offensive-minded coach. That's it.
And you want them to avoid a few franchises.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
Curses are real in the NFL, bruv. I don't care what anyone says.
Some teams are never won, and it seems like they're never gonna win.
Listen, when it's embedded in your history, you don't know no better.
Nope.
Bro.
As soon as you step in that building, your aura shifts, man.
Do you know, like, how badly the Jets get slated around the world? Not even in the US, bruv.
Yeah, they're known for just being not the best team.
Right, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Obviously, Lions, Bengals, we won't touch up on that too much because Bengals were missing their star quarterback and Browning's just doing what he wants. Hence why they got Flacco. But although Browning was good fourth quarter, by then the Lions had near enough wrapped up the game. They're probably looking like the best team in the NFC right now.
Yes, they definitely are. First week was a blip.
Yeah.
Now we see them for real.
They just need to stay healthy defensively.
That's what last year they couldn't do, innit?
I think their 2 cornerbacks are both injured for a couple of weeks.
Terry and Arnold.
Yeah, and I'd like to say, is it DJ Reed? If I'm not mistaken, I saw it on Monday or so. They're both out for a few weeks minimum.
My goodness.
And that kind of hampered them last year, the defensive injuries. Obviously, they still won the division and stuff and shouldn't have lost to the Commanders the way they did, but they were depleted quite a lot of last season defensively.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think they'll, as long as they keep their front 4 kind of healthy, the people that are rushing the quarterback, then they'll be in a good space. I feel like that's what really killed them last year. Because if you get no pressure on the quarterback, then like Jaden Daniels was able to pick you apart, and you have no secondary. Whereas now they
Yeah.
have secondary issues, but they can get pressure on the quarterback. So I think you'd rather have secondary issues than not be able to get pressure.
But
What would you rather, Joe?
it's tough because on their D-line last year, it was literally, I say literally, not literally, but figuratively speaking, it was Hutchinson's injury that really tested their secondary because they weren't getting pressure. But that's literally one guy. It's weird, man. It's weird. Because I feel like they really need a good secondary. Because teams still score decent amount of points on them. And like they're very good all-rounded team. They're still a good defensive team, but teams still score on them. Do you know what I mean? So
I just feel like having a better pass rush, you can fluster the quarterback into making shorter throws, quicker decisions. So it's like, okay, cool. He can't see down the field. Whereas if you don't have that and you can see down the field and your secondary, there's only a certain level of time you can cover a receiver for anyway. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's true,
it's
actually, yeah.
faith.
A better pass rush is more likely to keep you in the game, hence why the pass rushes are paid the most expensive non-quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I look at the Browns, I don't think they're...
I was literally thinking of them.
I don't think the secondary is the greatest in the world, but they can rush the passer with everyone.
And then the Broncos, obviously, they've got
a great
the
secondary as well.
best secondary in the game right now in Pat Surtain, but they've got the best pass rush in the NFL. So, like Nick Benito, he's just been on. But they can rush the pass with 4-man consistently and be problematic. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
you can drop safeties down, linebacker. Yeah, you can do a lot when you have a better pass rush because you can keep people that don't need to be in the secondary in the secondary.
Yeah, it's true. I guess, we'll go with that one then. On that question, I'll leave the floor open on this one with the Bills versus the Patriots.
Boy. We got held to under 30 points. You got Drake May looking like Josh Allen, extending the third downs.
It was good. Stephon Diggs.
You got Stephon Diggs doing a little throwback. Maybe it's the drama that's putting a perk in his step. What else do I want to say about this game? You got the interception at a costly time, but it's Josh Allen. He will do that. Do you know what it is, yeah? I just think that our tight ends could have done a better job.
With what?
I feel like... Actually, no, that's the wrong thing to say. Our receiving core... Nah, I don't want to say that either. This is me trying to be PC.
Nah, on PC, bro. Say what you want to say.
He said our tight ends.
I just feel like, all right, cool. See, if we had like a stud of a wideout, then the game is a little bit different. But honestly, like, even that I don't think would have been a difference maker too much. But you can see that when everyone eats, but when everyone can't get open in time, we just don't get nowhere. But anyways, divisional game, so that's what I'm chalking it down to.
Does this new Bills offense even work with a stud receiver?
I think it could, depending on who the guy is. I think if we had like an AJ Brown, it works.
I don't know.
I mean, and that kind of what happened with Diggs.
Yeah, I don't know if it works with AJ Brown.
I think it wasn't okay. So if you had the ability of AJ Brown.
Give me
And
a you want that works in your system.
a stud wide receiver that works
Yeah,
in our
one that you
system.
want that works in your system.
I know one that will work with the way they're making Allen play now.
Go on then.
Devontae Smith, because I think he can be a 1A receiver anywhere, and he won't bring the
Drama.
drama that they like to put on certain wide receivers.
It'll be positive, very positive.
I think he'll still get great numbers and just be the one. It might not be top 3, top 5 receiver numbers, but it'll be top 10, and he'll outright be the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, I was thinking Matt Evans.
Josh Allen will sling that ball, bruv.
Because I know there's times where he wants to sling it to Coleman, yeah, so he can just go up and grab it. But still a bit young in getting that separation there in time.
I don't think the loss is about the Bills though. The loss is about the Patriots. Obviously, Josh Allen had to turn it.
Bro, they play good, like they play good.
I think the turnover is more. Go on, Joe.
No, on that, for you to continue your point, it slightly on the Bills. I think this shows, and it's not even a dig at Josh Allen, but this shows how important James Cook is. Because if Cook doesn't have a good game, with the way they're making Allen play, that's it. But yes,
yeah, I say the turnover isn't on Josh Allen because it's a better play from the defense than it is a bad throw from him. The throw is fine. Do you get what I mean? So the fumbles, they just can't happen. They were happening on both sides. I feel like you guys kicked off the game kind of wrong on that front, just fumbling and turning the ball over in the wrong areas of the field. Like Joe said, actually, with the way they're playing, they need a run game because everything comes off of the run. So if he's being stopped, it's like, okay, well, now we know you're going to pass. And who do you have out there that's going to beat one-on-one coverage consistently? No one.
That's the thing.
No one you trust.
No one consistently beating that one-on-one.
But we only have 3 downs half the time. We have 3 downs to make it, and then we're punting. So I think to myself that it's more of the Patriots because they played a hell of a game. Defensively, they were great. Offensively,
Grapes, man.
If Drake May continues to play like this, he'll be in these conversations we're always having right now. And I feel like the Patriots under Mike Vrabel were somewhat back to the Patriot way in terms of a new style of Patriot way, but you can see everyone's kind of following in motion. There's a lot of penalties in the game, which were interesting, but I feel like they'll get cleaned up. And on the Bills quickly, they just haven't really played, if we're going off records anyway, a good team until they played the Patriots. Because the Patriots on record are the best team they've probably played, bar when they played the Ravens at 0-0. But now we see the Ravens at 1-4. So this is the first decent team they've played, and this is the result. So I don't know how good the Bills are either. Do you get what I mean? That's just my thing. I don't know how good anyone is in the NFL at this point. But
on that, sorry, Dutch. I then thought maybe I'm being a bit harsh on the Bills in terms of not giving the Patriots enough credit because the Patriots won. They have very good defense and they had Christian Gonzalez back as well.
Very good cornerback.
Like you said, the plays that Drake made, because Drake made some special plays. He made some, like the one where he was basically on the floor and he's passed to Diggs, and then Diggs has managed to do
shimmy out of it.
Yeah, and then obviously the pass touchline, great footwork from I say touchline like football, but great footwork from Stephon Diggs. Drake May had to make those spectacular plays for them to beat the Bills, who were still not sure how good they are. So that again kind of gives a compliment to the Bills how good they are. Like we're not sure how good they are, and they did have a good game. Do you know what I mean? And they played a very good defense that things just came together. So that's why the Bills can beat the middle of the pack / lower teams not playing well. Like Dolphins and Saints, their last couple games before that.
Yeah, I would somewhat agree with what you're saying, but it's just that for for this instance, yeah, it's just that we're trying to just aim higher. So these sorts of things, we should kind of know how we're going to play now. Like, this squad has been together this is the second year, I would say, that the squad hasn't really changed. And I think we need like a tight end blanket, if that makes sense. Like how you had Kelsey, how Brady had Gronk. We need something like that too. And how even Lamar had Andrews a few years ago.
They're just killing me. Some of these men still have these, man.
No, that's a few years ago.
No, I know. But you also had that M up for a few years ago.
That
Yeah.
is
Oh, yeah.
Mark Andrews. He said how I had him, even Kelsey, but the Andrews one more so because Andrews was leading tight ends in touchdowns last season. But I get
Now, because of what happened at the end of the last season.
Yeah. Nah, I get your premise. I get your. Do you know what? Yeah,
But
though?
a tight end blanket is needed though.
On
Not just a running back one.
on that, like I feel like the Bills are on a good opportunity in game to test out things because on paper they just smash their division, and it then generally gives them good seeding, innit? So like they can actually afford to try and make, obviously saying it, but try and make Coleman more explosive. Take the shackles off Josh Allen a bit again, even if there's a bit more interceptions, but there's certain games that can actually test. Whereas, like, if they're squeezing through Saints and Dolphins game where you expect them to win, like, easily, but they're squeezing through playing, like, quite hold back football, do you know what I mean? It's like, obviously you can't practice in games in the NFL, but because the games are so key, but like, the Bills have leeway other teams don't, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's like the Eagles, because the Eagles started off well, they can afford to lose certain games by trying to get their offense back, firing on just every single cylinder, because they're that good everywhere. Like, the Bills' O-line is so good. So it's on the receivers to get open because they got so much time, bruv.
Yeah, but I think you're on the right lines, but I don't think we're going to do something like that right now. I think we're going to wait till towards the end of the season to start that kind of experiments.
Yeah, you want to experiment closer to the playoffs and earlier in the season? I'd probably try
just to build enough of a gap, yeah, to maybe do these mistakes but still be all right, still have like home advantage.
I'm not saying, I don't think Joe's saying to try experiments that are going to make you lose games. I feel
not like that, but it's still, you still only have 3 plays, innit?
Yeah, correct. But, you know, when he's saying open the shackles of, like, take the shackles off Josh Allen, like, not play this such conservative football anymore. Do you get what I mean? Like, what he was when he was throwing a load of touchdowns and a load of interceptions, but not to that extent, somewhere in the middle. I think we've gone from so far left to so far right, and we need to go back to somewhere here where we can see Josh Allen. He wins games, innit? So you can't complain. But, you know, you want to see the offense be the offense with him at the helm. So that involves him taking the shackles up and throwing the ball downfield and hitting.
No, I think you'll see that, innit? This is just the 5th game because he never had the preseason anyway. So, you know,
that was my choice by him, and he said he's been he said he's been the best ever he's been by not playing preseason. But on that,
media talk, bro.
On that, it just goes back to again, I think it shows their importance in having a good running game, because as long as James Cook puts up 60 plus, maybe 70 plus yards, Josh Allen can he can just play his game. Basically what won him MVP last year. Like, Cook having good games. Whereas now we're not used to seeing Cook be stifled and then it just being outright Josh Allen. Like, we know Josh Allen can single-handedly win games more than 99% of quarterbacks in the league. We know he's one of the few put on the cape, Superman, I'm doing this. But I feel like we're not seeing that kind of play from him as much.
Yeah, because you kind of don't need to see it right now, you know.
But that's when that also goes to my point where I feel like it's a good time to test out things, because when it now comes to, obviously they made the AFC Championship game, but when it now comes to certain games, it's just like, ooh, like, Like
Yeah,
I,
this is why I think they're gonna do what you're gonna say towards the end, like just before the playoffs.
my thing is, I don't, as good as the Bills are, as great as they are, because they win and they've got a superstar quarterback. I fear for them in a big matchup. Obviously, the big matchups are slightly
Bro, we all
limited
do.
in the AFC, but like if they're playing top NFC teams, I'm like, So it's basically like last year's shootout with the Lions. Allen was amazing, but they went toe to toe and they nicked it. Obviously, it happens in shootouts. Do you know what I mean? But like because the Bills don't get tested enough schedule wise.
Your first big game's kind of come late. Over the
Yeah,
playoffs.
but again, that's not even. Do you know what? That's not even our fault like that. That we don't get tested.
I'm not blaming
just-
your schedule.
Yeah, we're just in the right place at the right time. But at the same time, we just gotta keep it moving, man.
God, I'm just looking. Obviously, you got some interesting games next. So Falcons, Panthers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Bucks.
Joe's an interesting games. The Chiefs and the Bucks are the two interesting ones.
Falcons.
baby.
It depends what Falcons show up.
But that's what I mean, because the one that Turner played against the Panthers.
Obviously, yeah. And then,
They've showed they showed their range of abilities.
bro, we could get the Falcons that scored 0 points against the Panthers, or we could get the Falcons that that you've got them making the playoffs. Do you know what I mean? Like the Falcons have talent where if they catch it good, they could cause the Bills problems. That's all I'm basically indicating. Do you know what I mean? So
If the players put down the right parlays, yeah, they're going for it, fam.
Same with the Panthers, though, bro. You can have the 45-6 loss to the Panthers, or you can have the 30-0 win to the 30-0 win Panthers. Like you got, it's so up and down the bad teams. It's like, yeah,
That's a wiggle room there,
actually,
innit?
even after the Bucks games, they got two defenses that should be able to trouble Allen to an extent. The Texans and then the Steelers. If the Steelers' defense is as good as they are on paper, or as good as we think they can be, do you know what I mean? So I feel like they'll have a stretch where they'll be tested.
Right. We'll see. That's going to be interesting. The next kind of 6 to 8 games will be interesting to see how you guys fare.
Yeah.
And it will be scoring games. If James Cook can't run the ball, are we going to see Josh Allen the bold? So yeah, it'll be interesting. Now I can't wait to see it. I like the Bills, to be fair. So I just want to see what you guys can.
Because wasn't
Yes, I just want to see how this develops as well, to be fair.
Huh?
I just want to see how this develops as well, to be fair.
Yeah, because I'm sure like before this loss, the 3 games before that, Cook had 100 yards in each game, or at least 2 of the 3 games. And then
Just about, though.
but even then, it's just like I'm there thinking the Saints and then the Dolphins. The wins wasn't impressive the way people expected them to be. Do you know what I mean? And Cook still had
but the Dolphins was a divisional game as well, though.
and no, but my point is like that Cook still had 100 yards. Do you know what I mean? Let me double check on the Dolphins one. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Jets a divisional game as well?
So Cook had 108.
Don't worry about it.
Cook had 19 for 108 against the Dolphins, and then against the Saints he had 22 for 117. Do you know what I mean?
What do you Jets as well, Joe?
And then the Jets, the game before that, sorry.
Don't worry about Jets, man.
The game before that he had 21 for 132. So I was right. He had 100 yards in the 3 games prior.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But that's my point. Like, I feel like the way they're making Allen kind of play just to not turn over the ball, Cook has to be very good.
Yeah, everything's built off the run.
The Bills are one of the few. There's a few top teams on papers that with very good quarterbacks, but with consistent, reliable run games. And the Bills, one of them. Bills, Ravens, obviously, if the Ravens are clicking, the Lions, we know what their Sonic and Knuckles can do. Do you know what I mean? So it's like.
The best teams right now have the best run games,
And then,
to be fair.
obviously, the Eagles last year. So
Initially, you see the Colts. Colts got a great run game right now.
Because I 1-2 punch ain't even that bad.
Ain't that bad. What do you mean? It's top three in the league.
Yeah, I'm being humble, man.
So like that's 5 games that they've had.
Thank you, brother.
That's 5 games they've had. 3 games Cook's gone over 100. The 2 that he's gone under 50. The Ravens game they should have lost, and then this game they lost. Do you know what I mean?
And but the Ravens game they were behind, so they have to throw it.
Yeah. But like again, they should have still. But that's what I'm saying. Like, where's that? I feel like again, we've gone through their schedule. The Bills are at a position compared to other top teams where they can test out. Not to, like Jacob said, not to fully downplay. You're not going to do that. But like the Eagles, for instance, no one would have said test these first 5 games because they had a crazy hard schedule. And even though people weren't happy with their wins, they got their wins on paper.
Yeah, you need them.
So I'm just saying, the way the Bills are playing now, if Cook doesn't get a good, I'm not even saying a great game. If doesn't get a good game, what are we gonna? We know Allen can do it. We know, but I just feel like it's an interesting space. I'm just putting it out there. Hey.
Nah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just discovery time, innit?
Yeah.
For everyone. All eyes on Bills.
Be interesting. And obviously, the final game of the weekend, the Monday night game. Fair play to the
take it away, brother.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Fair play to you. That's a great win by them. Like Jacob said about Liam Cohen. But that's one of the most annoying Chiefs losses that I feel like I've experienced for a while. Because one, they should have won that game, dominated yardage, everything. Mahomes was fantastic until that pick 6. He was just fantastic all game, bar the pick 6. But the frustrating thing, and the Chiefs have these kind of games during the season, and it's still quite annoying, was the complacency overall in the whole performance and the penalties. The penalties, especially special teams, killed us. Killed the Chiefs badly. And then Butker, that kick, that punt that he done, Butker this season, I don't know, he's been moving. He's been moving a bit drunk still, because he's left points off the scoreboard. Fair enough. And he had this stretch a couple years ago, if you lot remember, when the Chiefs were heading into the playoffs, and people were saying that, oh yeah, maybe Butker's gonna get dropped, and then he made one good 50-yarder, and he just went on a streak again of just being great. But yeah, that was one of the most frustrating Chiefs losses that I've experienced for a very long time, given how well the offense played and everything. So, but yes.
Yeah, the offense seemed to be back, man. The offense seemed to be clicking like it was once a few years back. Like everything was, even the deep ball was there. Everything was actually working well. Mahomes was, even Kelsey was good. Kelsey looked sharp in the pocket and that sort of stuff. So, I felt like the Chiefs getting up early on the Jags was gonna be okay, cool. It's gonna be a normal one where the Chiefs get up early, the Jags just go to sleep, blown away. But because it's a different year, you want to see how the Jags responded, and they responded well. You got to give props to Trevor Lawrence. It's probably the first time I'm ever gonna do it. He literally played a very, very good game. He was kind of clean everywhere. The interception was a weird one. They know they call him pass interference or something like that, but you still threw the ball there where there was just Chiefs players. So I don't care. You turn the ball over. But his game kind of this is the kind of level you want to see Trevor Lawrence playing at for the money he's paid. This is what they paid him to do. This is what the franchise quarterback should look like. So he was good. I feel like Travis Hunter had his first kind of breakout game in terms of big plays on the offensive side anyway. And, they had a good run game. Well, they had the run game kind of clicking. It weren't working too much, but they stayed with the identity of, we're going to carry on running the ball. We're not going to sway away from this. And yeah, good comeback win. Especially with the way the Chiefs played in terms of, in moments, I feel like they had good defensive possessions. Obviously in the first one to stop the first touchdown going in, the interception. But as you said, Joe, penalties kind of killed them. A lot of penalties on key downs. You get what I mean? Third downs, especially. That's kind of where you don't want the penalties, and always kind of giving the Jags first downs. But I feel like Liam Cohen called a good game. I don't know about Spags' defense in situations this week. It felt a bit odd why he was doing certain things when I feel like he should have done other things, but I'm not a genius. He is. So I might just be wrong in saying that. But yeah, I feel like overall the Jags probably. I feel like the Chiefs lost it, but the Jags won it also.
Yeah.
Did you get what
It's those ones where, for me, the Chiefs lost it, but it's a great win for the Jags to experience. And like you said, for Trevor, because Trevor had a few shaky moments, and you're like, I think the Chiefs were up 14-0 when they should have got a touch, interception, and the DBs juggled it between them. And I just thought, oh yeah, imagine that's the turning point. And in the NFL, one moment is something like the AFC Championship game we lost to the Bengals when the Chiefs went for the 4th down, I think, for a touchdown when they should have kicked the field goal right on halftime. They didn't make that because they were up.
Remember that with Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
And I remember
They
that.
were up. It's a bit arrogant, but that's how you just be like, let's even put the hammer down. And when even at the time, I was just like, kick the field goal, we'll go up even clearer, comfy, and it's just those little moments. And when the DBs juggled it, I was like, it's just going to be one of those games. And Trevor stepped up. He ran the ball really well, which, I mean, fair play to him. I feel like Spags called an all right game on defense because, like, the linebackers, they had a really good game. Few odd penalties on the DBs. But again...
You know that I said that, though, is because on, like, 3rd down situations, I feel like the whole world knows you're probably going to blitz.
Yeah.
But for certain situations, towards the back end of the game, you didn't need to. Just because of, like, especially when they're in 3rd and 13 situations, your coverage was quite good on receivers, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, in my head, okay, Trevor Lawrence make him run. As much as he was good running the ball, make him run. He's not Lamar Jackson. So make him run and see if we can...
He's a good running quarterback. He just doesn't do it enough.
And you know what? Do you know what? This is my last thing on this game. How Trevor Lawrence played is how Lamar Jackson should play against the Chiefs. If you don't see a pass, tuck it and just start running. That's honestly how he should play. Because that's what... I was watching the game. I said, Lamar, if you did this, you might beat the Chiefs. But, you don't. So you lose.
It's true. But I think that goes to the part of, like, when you face some teams or some DCs, it's a mental thing as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's not just Lamar as well. It's the Ravens coaching staff. It's like they kind of sway away from what they usually do when they face the Chiefs.
But he's on the field, so
these kind of quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence, where they're not playing for their life, but it's just like, hey, let me try something new. Not to say he hasn't done it, but we haven't seen it enough from him. Do you know what I mean?
I look at primetime games
Yeah.
like that, so we don't...
Like, the Jag Stadium was rocking from once they scored their first touchdown. I was like, all right, cool, we've got a game on our hands here. And yeah, I just felt like the Chiefs got... I don't always like when the Chiefs go up early so quick, like in terms of a 2-score game, because they generally can get complacent and let teams get into it and stuff like that. Bro, I'm just looking at the yardage and I knew it. Like, the Chiefs out-yarded them by nearly 160.
Yeah, see, you should win that.
Yeah, it's like, and the Chiefs are usually the team that know how to win games, not being out-yarded, not losing, losing the clock time as well and stuff. But bro, they outpassed them, outran them. And it's just, I can think of all the Chiefs losses over the last couple of years. That one was very frustrating. And yeah, Chris Jones, he done some questionable. Yeah, there was one play. Obviously, he wasn't going to get to Trevor, but he basically done an AJ Brown on defense, and I wasn't really happy when I saw that.
Gotta give him a blind, man.
Can't give them blighs, Dej. You wouldn't accept anything in the win, you would in the loss.
Exactly, mate. That's why I weren't that happy, Dej. Do you know what I mean? That's and
Give
because
Jones a blind.
because Chris Jones is the defensive captain. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, last week, the Ravens game, he came straight from his aunt's funeral and they didn't know if he was going to play the game, and he made it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys saw his entrance to the game. He had basically like police escort. It looked like a sick film series, but it was for an actual real life sad moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
Also, week one, he made a mistake.
On Justin Herbert, the third and 13, or the very third and long. He basically he tried to outread him, and he went inside, and then
because I remember one of the other defensive players were getting onto him about it. So maybe there's just something where he just needs to go. Okay, cool. I don't need to cover for anyone else. Let me just do what I need to do. Or in that case, against the Jags, let me just carry on running.
Yeah.
The effort, keep it going. That's the only thing.
Yeah, because I think George Karlaftis is tying with Aiden Hutchinson with the most pressures on quarterbacks in the league. So obviously Chris Jones ain't always, the DTs, they don't really get the big numbers unless they're Aaron Donald. Do you know what I mean? But him being double team, just all out effort, or time when you're going to use him if he's getting older and stuff like that. So that depends. But no, fair play to the Jags. As someone that wants Trevor to do well, and just like their young team in general, and again having a good offensive coach, because Liam Cohen was Baker's OC. The Jags could make some noise because they can win that division. Obviously, the Colts are there with them 4-1, but the Texans are starting to get wins on the board. They might turn it around, so that could be a good division by the end of the season.
That's a division that we might get a couple of teams out of. We thought we were just getting one, but now we could be getting a few, because the AFC North are getting one. Hopefully.
I had two from the South, to be fair. I had Texans and Jags.
Oh, okay, yeah. I only had the Texans, but now the Colts are looking like they're the best team division. The Jags are looking, it's tight.
What's a start to a season, man?
Because on the Jags, quickly before that game, they had the most takeaways in the league.
40?
Oh no, 13. So the pick six was 14, but they had 13 before the game. Last season, they had 9 all season.
Yeah, see, you can see the difference already. See the big difference already, and they're playing like a team that is a team for once. We don't speak about the Jags much. They don't get much coverage, but when you start playing well,
you get talked about.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The team in Florida. All right, cool. This week's games. We'll start off with the Thursday night game. Someone just double check I think I know my teams, but obviously I'm using my phone camera now. So, Thursday night game, divisional game in New York. The Giants versus the defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, at the MetLife.
Eagles, buddy.
Eagles
clean sweep.
Clean sweep. London game, I believe. Jets, Broncos.
That's a Broncos clean sweep.
What are you saying? The Jets can't get their first win? They're the only team not to win this season now, isn't it?
My brother.
They'll be the only team to not win this.
Anything can happen in the big capital of London.
But you know what? It's so true,
London City, yo.
Yeah, hey, New York, the Jets and the Jets, wherever they go.
I hear it. Cool. This one was a tough one. Jaguars, obviously, we've just finished speaking about them, versus the Seattle Seahawks. This game is in Jacksonville.
I'm going to give it to the Jags off momentum for their performance. I like the Seahawks, but I think the Jags are going to... They're in a good, steady ship right now. I'm giving it to them.
I gave it to them just off of that as well.
Did I give it to them? I believe I did, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I remember I had a line in between that one. But yeah, I think I basically echoed what you two have just said on that. Dolphins, Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
I can't lie, I wanted to give it to the Dolphins, but I ended up giving it to the Chargers.
I've given it to the Dolphins.
Have you?
Do you know what? I don't blame you,
I just want to
bro.
see a surprise.
Where is the game? In Miami?
In Miami, yeah.
I would, but nah, man. Nah.
I mean,
Darren
LA's always hot,
so... on his back.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think because the Chargers, they're depleted. Amari Hampton, he's out on IR. They're leading running back, so it's like... But they've still... Even though their O-line's depleted, their wide receivers are still there. It's just Herbert needs to learn to get the ball out quick now. That's what it is. He takes too much hits. This should have been the game of the week on paper. Ravens, Rams.
Lamar might be fit this week,
Even if Lamar's healthy, I'm not picking the Ravens.
Yeah, we ain't
I
doing
know
that
I
again,
shouldn't pick
bro.
them either, but you know I told you already.
Jacob, hold on. Are you picking the Ravens?
You know I am. Lamar might pick. I
Oh,
told that game was an absolute disgrace, but Lamar might be fit.
Dej, a man called us a liar for this team. and,
Lamar
and,
Bro,
might
man,
be fit.
I woke up to receipts.
and he's still do you know I've not even heard on Lamar this week. So I didn't even think whether he's fit or not, but
I'll be honest. If and it's not even this is not even if I'm picking the Ravens, yeah. But if they told me now Lamar's going to be out for like confirmed three weeks, I would not pick the Ravens again because I'm just picking them off the strength of Lamar Jackson because they are the worst team. One of the worst teams I've seen defensively in my life.
Jacob, this come the end of the season, these two Ravens picks could be the difference between you winning or not winning this league between us.
They could be, but I have to trust
last
it.
week really brought you back even closer again.
No, but I'm hoping that Lamar is fit this week, even though it's not going to help the defense.
Dej, if one of us win the league by 2, we know why. Carolina Jackson.
It's a matter. Trust me, Carolina Jackson at it again.
Ravens are bad.
Carolina Ravens. All right, me, Dej, got the Rams. Jacob got the Ravens. The Colts are hosting the Cardinals, who have just lost games themselves.
Oh boy, I'm picking the Colts. We didn't even speak about them.
I've got the Cardinals.
Huh?
That's as bad as my Ravens pick right now. Did you not see them?
It actually isn't because they try to score touchdowns and don't.
This is
The Ravens didn't even try.
Exactly. That's why this pick is better.
CJ Stroud had 6 touchdowns all season. He had 5 against the Ravens.
Hey, look, the Ravens are terrible, but the Cardinals actually just messed themselves up, bro. They're a comedy team. It was CTE Central.
So I'm backing them to learn their lessons.
No, it's good. Dej has them making the playoff. Dej had them winning the division, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
See? Making too much noise.
See?
Oh, Colts. All right.
Just right now. We're all back in madness.
Don't say we're all...
Yeah, I've joined the fray. I've joined the fray, man.
Me and right now are back in madness.
This week, I've tried to go as normal as possible. Panthers, Cowboys in Carolina.
Cowboys.
He wants to do it.
Cowboys.
Dej, look at him.
Do it.
Oh man, it's the Cowboys defense is terrible as well, but I can't trust my
Jacob,
Panthers.
imagine this Panthers win is like their stretch at the end of last season.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're on. This is the thing. They're such a week-to-week team.
Their
They win
defense
one.
is bad though.
This is the thing. Our defense was bad in preseason, and it was bad last season, bad preseason, and
It's
bad
so
this
weird
year.
though. Their defense. They have every 3-4 games a season where they're so good, and you see how good they can be. But then
I'm going with Dak because he's been playing like the MVP. So Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The only man I trust is Lamar Jackson. I don't trust my Panthers team.
That you got
I got Cowboys.
clean sweep, and I'm currently watching Yellowstone, so I'm on my Cowboy vibe as well. So I gotta pick the Cowboys. Saints, Patriots.
Well, Patriots after their performance, but the Saints were good again their first win of the season.
I picked Patriots.
I've got clean sweep, but it could be a trap game. But then like I said, Spencer Rattler's been all right this season. He's actually been pretty decent, and it was a good win last week as well. So,
hey, when you're playing with no pressure, you can play well.
Trust.
yeah, but
There's no
like you'd expect turnovers as well.
You would.
I mean,
The Saints
every
aren't
day
as bad
they
as
really
we
leave
make
it,
them
though.
out to be, though. I don't think
Well,
they've been in.
I mean,
game,
everyone had them as the worst team in football going into the season.
Yeah.
It's true. The Jets.
Like they've got speed with Shaheed and Olave, outright speed. They've got a very good running back still in Kamara. So And the old guys on defense, they're making plays.
Yeah, Kamara ain't even bothered leaving. He just stayed there.
Yeah,
I
man. The
know.
money
I've seen a lot of Chiefs Twitter talk saying they want, like, a lot of fans want him for us to trade him during the season. But if that happens, we'll see. Divisional game. The team that have just come off the bye week, the Steelers, who are leading that division against the Cleveland Browns.
Pittsburgh,
Steelers,
man.
Let's just fast track this Shador appearance.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm picking against the Browns.
Not that Gabriel's is not good, but let's just.
And man, there it's clean sweep Steelers.
I'm picking them for that reason.
Fair.
I want the Browns to do so. Shador can play.
Fair. I think these two teams are 1-4. The Raiders versus the Titans.
I picked the Raiders,
And the Titans just got their first win. Comeback win as well.
I'm picking the Raiders because the Titans won a game that you could never win again if you paid someone to try and play it out.
I know, but
I think
Cam Wood made
they'll
some
get
plays.
sick.
He did.
Nah, well, I think
also nearly missed the 4 goal to win the game. So yeah,
That too, clean sweep Raiders. But I won't be surprised if they lose. Bucks 49ers.
got the Bucks.
This was tough though. I've got the Bucks as well. I think.
it's an easy pick. Where's the game in San Fran?
No, Tampa. But it's
Mac
weird. I feel
Jones.
like I trust the Bucks more when they're not playing at home.
Yeah, let me go 49ers because I really watched that game up until 4 or 5 a.m. the other night, and I was really impressed with
What,
what
the
I
Rams
saw.
game, innit?
Yeah, I was up till
Uh,
deep. Yeah, 49ers.
Packers Bengals. Packers coming off a bye week.
Packers, man, how Bengals trade for Joe Flacco and think they're going to improve is beyond me.
Yeah, I didn't think it was an improvement.
Yeah.
I think they just want a vet.
I just think Jamar Chase and T. Higgins said, let's get our numbers up. Because Flacco's going to throw the ball, bruv.
It's time to step back.
Yeah. Should have got Jameis Winston.
It's a Packers clean sweep anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean sweep Packers. Yeah, thank you. Game of the week. The Chiefs against the Lions.
I will go
Sorry,
for
Joe.
the NFL right
I
now.
can't even hate on this one, on you lot's picks here.
I got the Lions, man.
I hear it. I got the Chiefs, obviously. And my main reason is because Jared Goff has a winning record against Mahomes. Mahomes hasn't beaten Jared Goff. He's 2-0 against him. Sunday night, that changes. Sunday night.
Where's the game?
It's in Kansas City, but they came to our house and beat us first game of season 2 years ago. And then obviously that Rams Chiefs game that was crazy high scoring years ago, 50, 40 something. Goff got beat Mahomes. So Mahomes is I would say Mahomes is down 2-0 to Goff. But yeah, obviously Lions are right now arguably best team in the NFL. But again, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. But it's an important game, especially with the loss against the Jags. And then Rashid Rice is back. Falcons, Bills.
I got the Bills.
Bills. Can you pay our telephone bills? And then the final Monday night game, because we've got two, is the Commanders, Bears.
Commanders.
I've got Commanders, but this is a game the Bears should have won last season when Jaden Daniels threw the Hail Mary. And this changed the Bears' trajectory because they were 4-2 at the point. And they just went and left like 13 straight or something, I remember, or whatever. So,
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Was that the game when the player was like to the fans?
Yes.
One of the best moments in the game, man. One of the best moments I've ever seen. Talk about karma coming back so quickly.
Flip it out. All right, cool. That is. I think there's only 2 teams on a bye week from what I checked. I can't remember on paper. But that is our week 6 games. So we're now into a third of the season because there's 18 weeks. So week 6. And we will post our leaderboard for you to see who is leading. But this year is very tight because I feel like Jacob has brought it back. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't think I had a great week this week,
Dead, you had 6 wins. I had 7.
I don't think I had many more than that.
The Jags one brought it back for you though, because you were the only one that had the Jags last week.
Yeah, I know, but I was picking madness last week. I clocked that I did a lot of nonsense.
You did, but I feel like I went through yours during the 9 o'clock games on Sunday, and I was like,
my teams were winning. Everyone was winning at a certain point, and a lot of them ended up losing. They were winning, but they didn't end up finishing the wins. Yeah, like that. Yeah, no, I had the Rams, Vikings. So the Vikings won, the Cowboys won, the Giants lost, the Colts won, the Dolphins lost, the Eagles lost, the Ravens lost, the Cardinals lost, the Seahawks lost, the Lions won, the Chargers lost, the Bills lost, the Jaguars won. I didn't have many wins.
okay, cool.
How many wins is that?
6.
I don't know, 6.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was about.
Yeah, it wasn't a great week. It wasn't a great week for us collectively. But that's good. That's what makes the league table very entertaining. And viewers happily, or listeners, happily get involved with us. Tell us your picks for the week. Tell us your picks for the season. Tell us your thoughts. Get me, because we want to hear them. But yes, NFL Week 6, we can wrap you up. As Dej likes to say.
You tell a friend to tell a friend.
And Jacob.
Like and subscribe.
And fingers crossed all our teams get back to winning weekends. Gosh.
Well, my team won, so let's continue this. 2-0.
Man said 2-0.
Season starts now. Right now. Right now.
All right, thank you everyone for listening, watching, tuning in. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep hitting those like, subscribe buttons, and just keep commenting. And yeah, you could be joining us. Thank you all. Joe MBT, I'm signing out.
Dead signing out.
Jacob signing out.
Thank you for listening.